That should be working now. Randomly decided to stop working. The whole time it was not working. Yeah. Not like anyone was watching to know. So I was just talking to myself for no friggin' reason. Things only break when you hit the live button. It's coffee. Yeah, this mug I got as a gift. Yeah, it's good. Maybe I should drink from this hand. Let's go, where was I? So, as I was saying before to myself, let's get out of studio here. Okay, let me turn that back on. That was actually kind of nice. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me turn that down a bit, I guess. Yeah, okay, so no idea if that sound is even working at all, but whatever. So we got this spine. So I was saying that because everything is mirrored, one side is, I don't have to worry about. I work on one side and it just copies to the other. So that applies to texturing when doing UV unwrap. So I'm marking my seams so that it cuts and opens up properly and it can be textured easily. You know, this way you can actually see what you're doing. I'm just kind of wondering how I want to cut this up because it's a bit complex. And I don't want there to be tons of stretching. I'm wondering if I should do everything on its own, or should I just do it like this? We'll do this and we'll take a look at it to see if it actually looks good. I know there's probably faster ways than selecting it manually, but I'm just testing something here, and I don't really care. It's gonna do things my way. Damn it. Because that will make the back piece set its own object, like in the UVs. I don't know, because I could make each one of these its own thing so they could be separately colored, but I'd have to do that also on the back. You know, that'd be a lot of stuff, a lot of little things that are just annoying to paint. There's no bottom to this. As a view, in a solid view, if I move in here, well, at least there shouldn't be a bottom to it. Looks like there is. Okay, well, that's good to know. So it should cut. Probably should have it flip open. Probably in the corners. So I'm going to mark that, so I don't lose it again. And then you get these little bits and just have them open up as like tabs. I'm just gonna have to struggle with this for a bit. So it would be like that, and then so it should be that one, and this one too. And if I don't like it, I can always redo it. And this is why I made this model in sections, because it makes it easier to figure out what you're working on. And if you absolutely need to, you can make several UV maps separately, and then this way they each have their own little texture for each section. I've done that before with other models, and it worked out pretty good. So can't really complain. This one needs to extend. So this way it separates and flips up. Or does it? It just needs to separate because it can flip that way. Right, okay. Doesn't need that one. All right. That should be okay. Because these flip outwards. It's probably gonna have some stretching along the top here, but it's so small. I don't think it really matters. All right, we'll call that one done. Hip. So all these little inset panels. That's what I'm wondering about. So we got the center. All this is not going to be seen, so that could really be its own thing. So let's go around that. We'll mark that as its own thing. So it cuts nicely. We'll just pick two. This will have to do it as well, so that they fold down without. Not like it's a big deal. It's the inside. No one's gonna see it. No. So keep pressing R. Why am I pressing R? Okay. Front doesn't have the window, so that's its own thing. Huh. You know, it folds flat. That'll shrink. So just make these their own little tabs. So they flip up. Let's do it like a belt. So we'll make this its own thing at the bottom. We'll go up. That'll make the back panel its own thing. And we'll make this flip down because it's like an underside. No one's gonna see it. Keep doing R. And I think that I can make this fold downward. Hit the mic. I always hit the mic. Yeah, I have tunnel vision. I've had laser eye surgery. My left eye has a cataract, and my right eye, I have tunnel vision, so I can't see that. So I have to keep looking. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go with it. We'll go with that idea, just so it folds flat. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna call it done. It's a leg panel. Lots of detail, but no one's gonna see it. But just in case, I'll find a nice way to cut this here. How about we cut it like this? We'll put the seam on the inside here, on the inside. And we'll make that come off around so it flips down from that edge. And to make sure that this becomes its own thing, we need a split here. Because it'll follow that line. Yeah, I think that'll work. The way it unfolds, because that'll flip up, but because of its shape, it's kind of weird. So I'm going to include these as well. They're not their own, it's not its own thing. There's an edge, so it's connected, so it flips out. So I'll call that done as well. Yeah. Initially, these like knee pads were their own objects. Like they're free floating, but still part of the model. This object, this single object. And when we took the initial model into Mixamo, it didn't know what to do with them, so they were just all over the place. It was hilarious. Let's see. Let's cut you along here. That's that whole thing. Because the texture map will shrink this, push it down, and all the others will fold in. So there's going to be some significant stretching there. Maybe I should make it its own thing. So I just don't want to overcomplicate the texture map. There's already going to be like crazy amounts of stretching. Let's go into wireframe here so I can look at the bottom. Is there a bottom to that? There should be. No, there isn't. It's open. I think we should fix that. Because there is a chance that the leg could bend in a way that you see it. kind of matches the top. This will need on its major points. I'm going to put it on its majors, not the center. I think that'll work. If it unwraps the way I think it will. Actually, I don't know about, yeah, at the bottom we'll need that too. Can't really make it its own thing. Oh, that's confusing. No, sir, don't like it. Let's try again. So I'm just gonna make this whole thing its own part. Keep it on, stupid on, and have it fold open. So it'll be like a star, an asterisk when it opens up. So, that'll leave a hole. Okay. I'll make this the knee pad its own thing. I'll have it kind of flip up. Okay. Just let me cook. Let me still thinking about this. So that needs to be cut too. Because this part will be connected there, and it'll flip back. Can be complicated trying to think about this stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we'll do that and that. And we'll make the back its own part, because like who's gonna see it? So it could even be shrunk down to an impossibly small size and just applied to a single color by using a single pixel. that's pretty good. Because that'll leave this on the stretch, and you can put like a scuffs or logos or whatever in it. Okay, let's so that'll flip that way, that'll turn that way. Okay. I think I need a seam down here. I want this front side to flip out on its own. I'll put a stretch seam there. Like the back. So it's connected at the top, at the front. And I'll make that seam. That seam. I think that'll have to be a seam as well. So it'll be connected there. Might work. I think I might need a few more cuts along here, but we'll see if that's true later. This ankle piece, because I know that's not finished on the bottom, so I'll have to do that right now. Just gonna select these faces and these ones. Make a quad. Just in case like the foot bends down too far, there's something there to see. You don't just see a hollow. It's always immersion breaking, I guess, whenever I see that in a game. Okay, so that flips out. That would be shrunk if we did that, so let's see here. Yeah, we'll make it its own thing. Yeah. So we'll cut it. That's the way it rolls out. Another microphone over here that I keep hitting as well. I'm gonna talk with my hands. I don't know why I talk with my hands. Yeah. All right, that should be done. That was complex. Just make sure I don't have anything selected. And hide. This should be relatively easy because it's like just boxes. And I like working with low poly because it makes doing this so much easier. Let's try this here. flips it that way. We should do this in reverse so the seam's on the inside. And yeah, let's do it in reverse. This way that flips down and out, which means that has to be reversed if I want it to be part of it. So that flips up and over. So I don't need that. So out, up and over. So I need it here. All right. Here. Nope. Nope. It's its own thing, okay. Since that's its own thing, you can just put a seam right here. Let's do it along the bottom. That way it rolls, it's all fine. So we'll keep the seam along the inside for the foot. We'll cut along the sole. And up the side, and up this side, and probably the front of the toe. And we'll have to do the inside of the toe, and this one. So it'll flip up and line up with those. Sorry, these should flip down. And that should flip, that should be down, that should be out. And that's a cut too. And we can unravel that way. I like it. It's got a rang to it. So that should be that, but now I gotta do the arms. Unhide. No, unhide. And I don't think I missed anything. So I did get the stomach plate. I got these pipes. That should be fine. Got the mask, got the head. Alright, just so I can see this, let's get the chest out of the way. This is made up of separate parts. I know that this is its own thing, I think. Let's find out. Yes, it is. So that should be relatively easy then. Just wondering which way we should make it flip out. I think. On the top side, I guess. You want the seam inwards or outwards? Inwards. Just so it's harder to see. All right. It's a complex shape, so I'm wondering how to break it up, but these arm panels should be pretty easy. So let's just get this out of the way. This one should be relatively easy. We'll just go along the edge. There we go. I think that might need to be one. That one. We'll mark those ones. Yeah, okay. Just thinking here, just thinking. Flips along the top edge. Go to the wire. It's just a jumble of chaos. I don't know what I'm looking at. Doing that one. On that, so that folds down. No, missed it. This way these fold out, down, and then the back and the top go together. Yeah. So I'm gonna hide that panel. It is a weird shaped bone, but it's just a weird game, so. And this might actually just be used as like a prop or something. I honestly don't know. Didn't ask. You know what? Let's not make that the seam. So I selected the whole thing that goes all the way around. But you don't need that. I'm going to use the C, middle mouse, and just drag. Pretty good. I like that one. Do I need an extra cut? I think so. Maybe there. Maybe there. That makes its own thing. I don't want to do that. Tough question. Okay, let's mark. We'll just go with it for now. We'll just go with it. No. Mark. Jerk. Making me press the wrong things. Just making sure I don't have anything else selected because I don't want to screw it up any more than it already is. Don't need that one. Do need that one. Let's continue there. And there. That's got that. Split, split, separate, split. Yeah. Should be okay. It'll be weird, but it'll be okay. We'll have to come back to it later if it's all screwed. Not like anyone's gonna see it hides behind a panel. Easy squeezy, lemon breezy. Just do what we did with the other one. I should do that. Yeah, that's its own thing, so that makes that one easy. Don't scale it, just want to deselect it. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. That should make it cut real easy. Because it's its own thing. So is this. Yeah, it is. There's no inside to it, so that should make that easy. Just gonna do a rough cut on this one. Doesn't need to be anything special. Like it looks complex, but it's just a box. It flips out, it flips up, it flips down. Kind of want this to be a bit of a loop. That makes its own thing. I don't want it to do that. We'll just let it slide for now. So it's connected there. That needs to flip out. Then, yeah, that becomes its own thing. I don't like that. Clear. Now that has to be a cut because it's connected at the bottom. I'll flip down. Okay, yeah, we'll just go with that. If it's broken, whatever. And shouldn't be too much trouble either. Splits there. cool. I'll keep that one. This is the joy, all the tedium and the joy, wonderful parts of creating models all the time. It's just selecting lines. I don't think I need to cut down the center, do I? No, for safe measure, I think so. Get a good angle on this. That should do it. Bring everything back. So I got it sliced up, and hopefully a decent amount of texture space. So let's take a look into UV editing. It's already a big mess of stupid. Let's just unwrap. Minimum stretch. That's better. See, it's not as weird, but it's got weird shapes for dumb things. There was a way. Sure, vertex. I think it was that one. This way I could. No, there was a way that I could deselect everything and it would show me as I selected it. Because it would highlight it over here. It's backface going down some of it. Sync selection. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. So if I select that, it'll select that part. Okay, so this way I know exactly what I'm looking at. I wonder why that's so long. Yeah, that would just slice it up into individual pieces. Oh yeah, there's overlap. I don't like that. Yeah, there's lots of overlap. It's a texturing nightmare right there. There's not a lot of overlap though. Hold on, let me reset. Some parts are overlapping. Okay. Can I change? What if I change the side that it splits on? Oh, it has to be a seam. So that it separates from the knee pad. Yeah. I think it's just easier to make it its own thing. Yeah, it would have to be its own thing. Yeah. Okay. Still don't like how that does that. That is weird. That is like extreme. Which one is that? Oh, there it is. Holy shit. Oh yeah, that's why. Then we give it extra cuts. Unwrap. Better. If I put more cuts in there. No. Won't make a difference. I don't like how close these things get to each other. See how the hand separates? Yeah, I didn't need that middle seam. It's very sharp, clear seam. Yeah, just connect it. You still have anything that's overlapping? Doesn't look like it. That's better. It's still a mess, but like, it's not pretty at all, but it's functional. So I guess I could try applying a material to it. Maybe a couple, and then baking it down just so that it creates like a color map so you know what is what part. Might be a good idea. But we'll save it here. Because don't want to lose all that good work, right? You know, crap work, whatever. I know I'm never happy with models. Like, I could work on them forever and they would never be done. Because they're never good enough for me. But like, I need to, like, we have poly limits. Like, we want to keep it really low poly. So I was trying to do this as best I could. I think I'm going a bit too overboard, I guess. I don't know. But it unwraps smoothly-ish. Where's its face? There. His eye is way over there. It should be its own object. Yeah, so you should be able to paint that a separate color from the rest of the eye. It's right there. And then the sides. It's over there. Yeah, and the other app's fine. Yeah. And the power cord. And this should make it easy to paint special colors and whatnot. So the poles are in here. It's over there. That's cool. Shoulder. There we go. This one, this should be like a knee pad or something. Yep. And the elbow pad. It's over there. Good enough. That's good for now. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Well, I had 10 people come by and not stay, just sort of go, oh, look at that, and walk off. So, no big deal. It's not like I planned this or advertised it, so it's just something to do. Figured if I'm just killing time, I may as well broadcast it so people can make fun of me. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah, bye.